Hi, my name is Ines. I hope your holiday vacations went extremely well. Mine was really fun. I made it a point to be more present, especially with my daughter. She's at like the best age right now. She is turning 3 in April, so in like 4 months. But she's just such a riot. She's learning so fast, and she's at that stage where she's starting to use her words more. So you're actually starting to learn and get to know her personality a little bit. So that's been just so amazing. So I'm very grateful for that. And I just really wanted to take the holiday season and to really just rest and relax and just enjoy that. But yeah, there's also been a lot of energies going around. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. So I have to reassess how I do my videos. There's a lot of messages over the break, mostly in regards to really breaking down and understanding each emotion that comes your way. The biggest thing that I really went through was emotional purging. And what this is like the more awake that you become, or the more spiritually aligned and understanding that you are, especially in a learning sense, then you're going to start purging old emotions. There's also stuff about shadows. The one that they really want me to talk about is, I forgot to write the other one down, but ego. Ego, especially with a lot of talk around ego death. I feel like we really need to start understanding that even the shadows of some emotions can be used for good. So in regards to your ego, I'm someone who has had to kind of rebuild her ego. I feel like as a child and growing up and all that, it kind of got very much a shattered ego, which means that I allowed other people to start programming my mindset. And what I mean by programming is influencing my thoughts and ideas to the point where I kind of lost my authenticness. And I feel like that's a lot of the times when people go through some sort of like alert or like awakening, is when they realize, why am I doing stuff like this? This isn't totally me, and so on and so forth. Anyways, with this whole COVID thing, like I'm seeing it on TikTok already. There's going to be, you've probably heard this whole Great Awakening, this purge thing being talked about on social media. Basically what that means is that as a collective on an earthly level plane, we are becoming more spiritually awake. Whether you like it or not, there is more than enough of us where things are just, the things that don't make sense, that continue to not make sense, we are now questioning. And capitalism is at the forefront of it. I'm not going to talk about it, but I do want to talk about, that was the other one, rage. I am an angry person. I understand rage. I love rage. However, it can be chaotic and destructive to the person using it, even if it is to protect yourself. I've been there, done that. I don't drink from that side. Don't worry. You should worry a little bit. But yeah, okay, so what I'm seeing a lot of is, I feel like we're going to slowly start entering an era of panic mode. And this is kind of what I want to calm people down before we even get there. There is going to be a great purge happening. It's going to be around anywhere between February and March. It's going to start February, March 2022, this year. It's kind of like this big date that we're all kind of waiting for. It's already starting. There's already the momentum into it. More and more people are questioning things. More and more people are providing proper evidence to go against what we've been told. And that's just going to start happening in all sorts of directions. I also feel like we've been, as a people, let down so many times that now we're kind of like, there's got to be a better way. And I feel like COVID has taught us that there's a way to fight for a better way. There's a way to get justice without turning that rage into violence. And basically, when it comes to your emotions, understand duality. Every single emotion that you have has a shadow and a light. So rage, for example, the shadow part of rage is that it's destructive, it's hurtful, it's painful. Whether you destroy the people around you or you destroy yourself. The light part of anger and rage is that you know that there are changes that need to happen, and now it's just a matter of how am I going to strategically use this rage to make the changes. Are you going to throw a tantrum and get violent like a little child? Or are you going to say, these are the things I don't like about whatever this is making me angry. It's making me angry because how are we going to fix this? How are we going to use our collective anger? Because we're all angry. We're just at a point where COVID's just like, we're done. And then it's kind of like at a point where you just don't know who to trust. It's like COVID's getting worse. Our vaccines are supposed to help us. Are they helping us? We're still on lockdown. It's been 2 fucking years of this shit. Like we're going into, is it the full? Yeah, like we've officially done 2 years. We're going into our 3rd year of COVID. 2020, 2021. Okay, I guess March will be like the official lockdown anniversary. But anyways, now I'm all confused. It's 2 years completed. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I got all sidetracked. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is even on like social media and stuff, I am already seeing this kind of like people are getting angry and there's just like outbursts from all sorts of directions. And we need to, especially as spiritual leaders, and people that are healing, we have to understand that one, other people's rage is not necessarily our own. If they choose the tantrum stage, if they choose to go that route, then that means that we need to make our peaceful anger even more at the forefront. So basically, I guess what I'm trying to say with this is use your anger and your rage towards unfair treatment in a proper way where it can make changes and start working together, start working as a collective. I feel like we're already starting to do that without really realizing, but now I think it's the time for us to actually fully realize it and use it to our full advantage and really come into unity. One of the dreams that I keep having, it's like this vision that just kind of formed into my head. It's all of us holding hands, and the more of us that hold hands, the higher of a staircase we build to heaven. So ultimately, it's like heaven's right there, waiting for us to literally reach out, but we all have to connect, and we all have to literally hold hands and become united regardless of what's happened in the past. I feel like holding things against people when you realize past lives exist and karmic retribution and all that, I feel like it becomes very much, I can't think of the word, but it's almost like useless to hold on to anger at someone else just to hold on to it. Like that's eating alive at your soul. You don't want to do that. So detaching from that and using anger in a productive way to make changes and to make sure you've learned your lesson. And this doesn't just have to be about society and capitalism. Like this can literally be the smallest of things. Like somebody said something mean to you and it really got to your heart and you're like, oh, I'm so angry. I'm laughing at my anger. But you know what I mean? Like that kind of concept can be used in so many different directions. So that is my quick little piece on using your rage productively. And keep in mind, guys, anytime there's been any sort of spiritual awakening and growth, the powers that be have used our anger, which, by the way, should not be used against us. Anger is a natural part of the process. When we start waking up, we're angry at the fact that we've been tricked and lied to for so long. So it's okay for us to be angry, but we can't let our anger turn into violence. And that's kind of what they want from us. Whoever is the initiator, they want us to get angry to the point where we burst, where we explode. And that in turn proves their point. And whether I'm talking about the government, your boss at work, your manager, the narcissistic person you're dealing with, whoever, it's kind of always that same concept. They want to jerk you around. They want to get an energy out of you. They want to push your buttons so that they can prove their point. And that's where you really have to practice the calm in the chaos and the peace in the rage. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave that at that. I'm going to record another video specifically in regards to ego, because that one I can talk about for a while. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions in regards to how you can use duality in those emotions that you hate having, and how you can use the emotions that you think are holding you back, how you can turn them into superpowers, just comment and I will do my best to answer your questions. Okay, love you. Bye.